Hello, everyone. It is Joe. I'm talking to you again. Oh, forgot my necklace. It's funny how I can look in the video even before I start the uh, the talk and still forget little things like this. Ah, learning. So, I am learning about fear. I'm learning about a balance of fear. Um, I felt a desire to make a transition. I felt a desire to go all in on something that really mattered to me and not something that was just going to, make money um, without meaning. And as I've started in the last, 24 hours since the last video to think about that and to move towards that, now that I'm back on that path, I'm dealing with the fear and the roadblocks that are on that other path. I say balance of fear because I had gotten tired of my old ways of working and living and making money and wanted to transition into something new. And I chose something that I thought would make money because it would facilitate me doing other things later down the road. It's a way of kicking what I really want to do further down the road, which isn't healthy. And now that I'm really looking at the idea of doing what I want to do now, even in a miniature form, even in the smallest, simplest, who knows if it'll make any profit kind of format, just to get it started, just to start doing it now. And I know that's healthy, but as I'm getting into that, I'm running into the real roadblocks, the real fears that I have. It has to do with a persona. I chose a business venture which feels like a persona. The idea of a persona is that when someone rejects you and you are acting out a certain role, a certain persona, it's not who you really are. So it softens the rejection. And that's what I'm dealing with, is me as I truly am, doing the things I truly want to do and trying to offer the value that I feel is at my deepest core to people. Well, that's a lot scarier than just trying a business venture and seeing if it'll succeed or not. Or seeing if I can hang with it long enough for it to succeed. I think virtually all business ventures will succeed if we stay with them. So yeah, I really find it's challenging to look at what I really want to do and look at putting myself out there in a genuine form, because if that is rejected, then I could feel like people were rejecting me. I'll have to deal with that. Of course, when we put ourselves out there, you know, at the best we can as our most genuine selves that we can muster, as we do that, people may or may not respond to it the way we hope, but that doesn't have much to do with us. It has to do with them. It has to do with what they're doing. They perceive us in a certain light, which may or may not be anything related to who we actually are. And then their relationship with that attitude, their relationship to that role they've put us in. That's what really matters. Um, I'm seriously considering doing music again. I've started writing again. I'm still thinking about what formats I want to use. I know I'll use my voice because I love to sing. And I very much love to sing and play piano, but that's not very practical. You can't fit a piano on a bicycle, and even a keyboard is a bit of a stretch. I'm thinking I'm going to start without a keyboard, or without a guitar. A guitar plays a similar role as a keyboard. I'm much better keyboard player than I am guitar player, though part of me wants to play guitar simply because people resonate with it. But I don't think that's healthy either. I think I need to go with what I resonate with and create my best vibe and then let people come to that as they do. So, regardless, that decision is further down the road. I'm not going to worry about whether I'm going to take a guitar with me again, because I did have one with me at one point. Maybe I'll bring one with me again. Maybe I'll bring a small keyboard with me. I don't know. But that's not immediate. What's immediate is bringing a small microphone, probably a headset microphone, and a small speaker, probably the smallest of the Roland Street amps, battery powered, small, 4-inch square kind of deal. Maybe even smaller than that, I'm not exactly sure. Um, Basically, the street amp equivalent of those little guitar amps, those pig nose guitar amps. So basically, I said basically too many times, but it's a word that helps me focus. Um, what I'm working on is getting a start, putting myself out there again, um, performing on the sidewalk again, as I love to do, and combining the music and my message. Another practical concern is, of course, just figuring out how to invite people into my space, how to invite them to sit and talk with me. I'll probably make some kind of a sign saying sit with me or something like that, and try to figure out how to do that in a waterproof kind of way. Um, or some kind of compact folding kind of situation. Maybe I'll use cloth so I can fold it up. I don't know. Um, I'm also looking at, of course, the practicalities of inviting people to sit with me, to meditate with me, to talk with me, to uh, open their energies for healing and insight with me. And the practicalities of that are very simple. It means what will we sit on? If I find myself out in the world playing music and offering a personal experience of people being one-on-one with me for a moment, um, if I'm on a park bench, they could sit with me, but not if I'm on a just standing there, or if I'm sitting down. Street musicians typically don't sit down because people don't respond as well to someone below them sitting down as they do to someone standing up. I know a few who've had success with it, and a few who will take a chair with them. The idea of lugging 2 chairs with me wherever I go seems a little daunting given my minimalist lifestyle. So if you guys have any input on the very practical matters of starting up a small musical and spiritual experience that be super portable for busking. If you don't know, busking is the British word for street performing. But if you guys have any thoughts on the practicalities of that, please let me know. I feel pretty strongly that I want to get the headset mic and small amp that I've been thinking about for a while. It's just that I'm not just a musician. And when I was a piano teacher, I wasn't just a music teacher. I'm good at music, and I can use it to create a certain vibe that will attract a certain kind of person. If I put my own vibe out there, which is slower than most people's energies, and deeper and more curious, insightful, mysterious, if I put that vibe out there, the people who want to be in it for a moment will certainly come by. And the music is a way just to broadcast who I am and to see how people respond. It's not a way anymore to complain or to show off or all the things I did with music when I was younger. I want to use it to put who I am out into the air and broadcast myself to draw people into the kind of experiences I'd really like to have. I want to teach people. I want to learn from people. We all know that teachers learn more than students from every encounter. If you want to learn something, no matter what it is, go out there and try to teach it. That is the biggest. Also, on the visual art front, I would like to get to the art store soon and get what I need to start creating business cards again. Making them by hand is kind of fun, and I'd like to try that again and really give people a little piece of me to go with them, a little piece of my perspective, my creativity, to go with them, to remind them very fully of who I am, what I'm offering, and all that kind of stuff. So, yeah, if any of you have ideas, especially on how to bring people in, sit them down, have them be with me for a moment, let them be in a personal experience, however brief, with me. If any of you know fortune tellers or other people that do personal encounters, either as street performers or in other venues, maybe festivals, let me know about how people are pulling that off, because I could always put a blanket on the ground and invite people to sit there, maybe take a cushion, or if I can find inflatable cushions, maybe use those. But even a blanket and a couple of cushions would be a considerable amount of bulk. And I don't know people's comfort level with sitting on the ground, in the city on the sidewalk, especially with just a blanket or a cushion to keep them from whatever might be on the sidewalk. So, I don't know. It's a logistical venture as well as a personal one. And all of you can help me. You can help me stay focused and not become unfocused out of fear. Writing music that lets people know who I am and draws them into what I'm trying to do, that presents who I am, that announces who I am. Writing that music and getting it out there is still the biggest challenge. Daring to quite soon invest the money that it takes to get the equipment and that little personal challenge in every step of creating music without judging it. I've created a new song and I've started judging it a little bit, wondering what people would think of it, wondering if it's appropriate, wondering what message it sends to people. And that, of course, has to go. Those attitudes are no good. So, yeah, I'm very curious to see if you guys, through encouragement, through leaving comments here on YouTube and on the Facebook group, if you guys can help me stay focused towards what I really want to do. Because those of you who listen to this show know the real me more than virtually anyone else. Me who I am today. I have old friends and family members who know who I was in the deeper past. And that still shapes who I am now, of course. But this video is the very best way to know who I am and to know what I'm working with and what I'm moving towards. What I'm hoping to do is a very small musical and personal, maybe even spiritual experience. I don't know that I would try to create the types of deep personal experiences I've had with lovers, or try to really break the bonds of physics on the sidewalk. I've done it once. There was a woman who came by my little spot on the sidewalk in Toledo, and she and I would sometimes, when she was comfortable, work on using our personal energies to create interesting, remarkable effects. She, in fact, coined that term, breaking the laws of physics. She said, "Oh, I know what you're trying to do." And I said, "What's that?" And she said, "You're trying to break the laws of physics." And I said, "Yes." She was skittish and eventually went away. I continued to present the opportunity of working with me to her, but she wasn't ready. And when I perform, I want to give people a small taste of that, a small taste of what I'm all about or what I can offer, without really pushing them to move ahead, as I did with that woman. I was very eager to move further into deeper intimacies with her. I was attracted to her, physically and romantically, as well as a partner in energetic experiments. So I think, as I go out there and perform, it's just a matter of the smallest things. I think I've encouraged you guys in the past videos to do very small, meaningful things, whether that's smiling at a person a little more than we usually do, giving a little more eye contact, or holding a handshake a little more than we normally do. Don't do it too long, it'll come off weird or creepy. But a little bit comes off really good. I think I gave you the example of a woman that I spoke with. And at the end of our conversation, we had shaken hands. We were kind of romantically interested in each other, but not enough that I was going to ask for her number and see her again. It was kind of a mixed bag, and so I decided just to accept the handshake that she was giving me. Or maybe even I initiated it, I don't remember, but we shook hands. But that didn't seem like quite enough. Like I wasn't going to ask for her number because it just didn't feel like we were a great match. But there was some kind of jumbled match, a partial match between us. And when we shook hands, I held her hand just for the little extra time afterwards, and she said thank you. Maybe thank you for acknowledging the potential of some connection between us. So I hope to do very, very small things as I'm working with people and performing, to draw them towards me just a little bit, not a lot. And I encourage you to do the same because the world needs more of that, more connection. We can't manufacture it or force it, but we can offer a little more than is safe. We can offer a little more that might be rejected or not appreciated. The trick is to offer a little extra value, a little extra connection without giving people everything we have, I talk to many, many women and a few guys, but I'm attracted to women, so I typically start more conversations with them. And I talk with many of them, If I were to talk with one of them and then all of a sudden get attached to them and want some outcome from them, that can become very unhealthy. But, that's my example of, falling for someone that you barely know, I'm using that as an example to say we can give too much. Lonely people can talk your ear off. I know I've done it to people. One of the reasons I have this video is to talk with people when they can turn me off whenever they want. I can talk as much as I want and people can listen or not according to their choice. So, socially, give just a little extra. Offer a little extra. Don't be the first person to break the hug or the handshake or the eye contact or whatever it is. Give a little extra, but not too much, because that comes off needy and weird. Don't do that. But, just see what you can give a little bit all the time to a lot of people. Like I said, I start a lot of conversations with a lot of people, and that is much healthier than, finding one or two people that I'm really attached to and, talking their ears off, or, like I've talked about in previous situations, getting sucked into the friend zone with someone who isn't interested in me, simply because they won't or can't or won't break it off themselves. That's a bit of a trap. People will sometimes allow other people to pursue them even when they're not interested for other reasons. Anyway, there's a sweet spot socially of giving just a little, holding space for people, listening or just being there with someone, only for a moment, half a second or something, very, very short. I think that those moments are the practical, what should I say? Those are the little practical exercises that we can do on a regular basis, socially with people that we've just met and people that we've known for a long time, to give them space, to hold space, to just be there with people a little bit more. That's what I'm hoping to do with people that are drawn to my music. As I said, if you guys have any advice on the practicalities of setting up what I'm hoping to set up, and finding something that would be comfortable for inviting people to sit with me for a moment, finding some way to invite people into my space, invite people to be with me one-on-one, speaking or silent or exchanging energies or doing nothing of the sort. I want to invite people into that space and have some kind of seating arrangement that's comfortable for everyone. You know, there's the discomfort of just connecting with someone you've just met on the sidewalk and accepting an invitation to connect. There's enough fear and discomfort in that. I want to make everything else as smooth as possible for people. So, if you guys have any advice on that, I think I've reiterated that well enough. And yeah, I'm very challenged and scared and eager, as we always are at the beginning of new steps into ourselves. As I said yesterday, turning into ourselves, turning towards ourselves. And I'm taking this plunge, taking this leap to turn towards who I really am and what I really want to do. And, you know, as Bukowski says, going all in, or finding what we love and letting it kill us. I don't think that we really literally are killed by the things we love, that just that we're not holding back, that we're putting everything we can into a, what can I say, into a venture, into something we're inspired to do, going all in, not scattering our energy on too many different things, putting everything we can, I like that sunbeam, putting everything we can onto our deepest purpose, what we want to offer and what we want to experience the most in this life. So anyway, as I said, I'll probably be putting out frequent videos, so keep an eye out. During this phase, it really helps to talk with you guys and myself and the universe in these videos. So yeah, I'll probably be putting these out on a pretty regular basis. Who knows? I only do it when it feels right, when I have something to say, or even better, when I know there's something inside me and I don't know what to say about it, when I know there's a feeling I want to get out, and I might spend 20 minutes or an hour wrapping words around it, trying to find the right feeling for it. I'm glad I've done it today. Today was one of those days. I knew I wanted to talk and I wasn't quite sure about what. And I know that I've learned more than you guys have by talking this through and talking this out. As I always say, I put these videos out there so that people can see my examples, see what I'm thinking about. Maybe it'll spur them to think about things. Maybe you'll come up with some great idea of your own based on stuff that I've said. Maybe I can trigger good things in you. I don't really know. Suffice to say, I'm going to go out there. I'm going to give this day, what remains of it, my energies that I have, and see what happens. And ultimately, that's what really matters. That's, if anything was my catchphrase during this part of my life, during this lifestyle of traveling and cycling, it's see what happens. You know, set things up, make plans, put things in motion, and then just go out there, see what happens. And then work from there. You know, just go out there and experiment with life. So that's where I'm at. If I've inspired any transitions or highlighted any thoughts and feelings within you, connect with me and each other through all of the various platforms that you can find. Go to joeneely.net, click on the community tab at the top, and find all the different ways that, like I said, you can connect with me and with each other. So have a beautiful day. I know you will. Bye-bye.